Have you ever wondered why you haven't reached your full potential, even though deep down you know it's there? Or maybe you've heard a quiet voice whisper, "This is too hard. You're not good enough." If that sounds familiar, stay with me. Because what you're about to hear isn't another motivational speech. It's ancient, battle-tested wisdom that helped Stoics conquer the one fight that truly matters. The fight within. My friend, let's be honest. How many times have you told yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "this isn't for me"? Every time you say that, you're not just doubting, you're surrendering before the battle even begins. You might call it being realistic, but let me tell you straight, those are excuses, and I get it. Life is hard. It knocks you down, but here's the truth no one tells you. Winning in life isn't about luck. It's a choice. Yes, a decision you make every day, with your attitude, with your courage, with every excuse you silence. I'm not talking about board games. I'm talking about winning the battle of self, the most important battle of all. In this video, I'm going to share the timeless Stoic principles that helped warriors, emperors, and everyday people take back control. These lessons will help you uncover the winner inside, the one who's been buried beneath fear and doubt for far too long. Let me tell you a story. Once there was a young man named Andrew. He dreamed of being a writer, but every time he sat down to write, a voice whispered, "You're not good enough. Who would read this?" He believed it. Years passed. His dream collected dust with his unfinished drafts. One day in a park, he stumbled upon a weathered book, Meditations, by Marcus Aurelius. He opened it and read a line that changed everything. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. That was it. A lightning bolt. Andrew realized his enemy wasn't criticism or time or lack of support. It was fear. That night, he wrote, not because he was confident, but because he had decided fear would no longer run his life. Months later, he published his first book. It didn't become a bestseller, but Andrew had already won, not against the world, but against himself. As Epictetus said, difficulty shows what men are made of. Andrew understood. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about choosing courage in the face of it. Now it's your turn. Let's dive into the 12 Stoic principles that have changed lives for centuries. Timeless wisdom to help you conquer fear, overcome doubt, and reclaim your life. Let's begin. In the last section, we exposed your greatest enemy, the version of you that gives up too soon. Now let's face that truth directly and learn how to reclaim your power. Have you
ever given up, even before you truly tried?
Maybe it's because you still hear that old voice, the one from childhood that said, "You're not good enough." Or maybe it's a past failure that still echoes in your mind, and guess what? That's okay. You're human. We all are. But here's the thing, your real rival isn't out there. It's in your own head. That little voice whispering, "This isn't for you," is the one holding you back. The good news? You don't have to keep listening. Next time an excuse shows up, stare it in the face and act anyway. Get out of bed even if you don't feel like it. Finish that task you've been avoiding. Start that dream project you've shelved. It doesn't have to be perfect or dramatic. Every small step is already a victory over yourself. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but ask yourself this. Is it worth staying stuck, watching time slip away, just because fear and comfort are calling the shots? If you do nothing, the weaker version of you will only grow stronger. But if you fight it, even just a little every single day, you'll begin to awaken the true winner within you. Here's the truth. Every decision matters. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you strengthen your character. And when you fail, and you will, don't punish yourself. Learn from it. Try again, as Epictetus once said. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. So now I ask you, what will you choose today? Will you let your fears and excuses win again? Or will you stand up and prove to yourself that you're stronger? I know what I would choose, because I believe in you, and I believe in what you're capable of. But here's the catch. Every victory has a price. Are you ready to pay for the life you truly want? Let's explore that in the next section. In the previous section, we discovered that victories begin in the mind, not in the outside world. Now it's time to ask a deeper question. What are you really striving for? Define what winning means to you. Have you ever tried running a race? Without knowing where the finish line is, how do you think that ends? Exhaustion, confusion, and the worst part? All that effort leads you nowhere. That's exactly how life feels when you don't define what winning means to you. You keep running, but where are you going? Let me share a personal story. Years ago, I became obsessed with chasing success, a better job,
More recognition, ticking off a list of what society expected from me. I pushed, and eventually I achieved a few of those goals. But here's the strange part. I didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't feel like I had won. I felt
empty. It was like drinking salt water. The more I consumed, the thirstier I became. That's when the question hit me. Am I winning the game of life, or just playing the game someone else designed? Here's the truth, my friend. Victory doesn't look the same for everyone. For some, it might mean buying a dream house. For others, it's having time to watch their children grow. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nothing is more valuable than your soul. Don't trade it for external things." So let me ask you, what does winning mean to you? Not your parents,
not society, you. Imagine your life is a mountain climbing expedition. The view from the top might be breathtaking. But what if it's the wrong mountain? You get to the summit and realize, this isn't where I want it to be. So pause, reflect, write down the things that truly fulfill you.
Don't worry if they're simple or different from what others consider success. This is your journey, not theirs. Have you noticed how often our goals are shaped by what others expect of us? But here's the secret. When you define your own victories, you stop living to impress and start living with purpose. Ask yourself with every new goal, does this bring me closer to my personal success, or just make me look good on the outside? Because real success isn't about applause or trophies, it's about a life that makes sense to you. And remember this, there's no emptier victory than one won just to impress others. Find what winning means to you, and only then will you know you're climbing the right mountain. And once you know what your mountain is, what comes next? Let's move on to part 5. Commit fully. Previously, we uncovered the importance of defining your own version of success. But what truly separates those who dream from those who achieve? The answer? Total commitment. 5. Commit fully, because half-hearted efforts build nothing. You can't expect to achieve greatness if you're only halfway in. Let's be honest, there's no middle ground here. You either go all in for your goals, or you let your dreams quietly drift into maybe someday. Psychologists agree, when you fully commit to something, your brain begins to work differently. You prioritize, you eliminate distractions, you find solutions, even when the path seems impossible. But commitment doesn't come by chance. It doesn't magically appear when you feel inspired. It's a conscious decision, one that must be made repeatedly with clarity and courage. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This reminds us, stop being trapped in theory. Or what ifs live, act, learn on the go. Move forward with purpose and leave your excuses behind. Let me tell you a story about David, a young man with a gift for music. He always said he wanted to learn guitar, form a band, and travel the world. He bought a guitar, watched tutorials, got excited, for about 2 weeks. Then came the excuses, work, exhaustion, bad timing. Eventually, he told me, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But the truth? His problem wasn't talent. It was a lack of commitment, so I challenged him. Play for 15 minutes a day, every day, for 1 month, no matter what. No skipping. Then we'll talk. The result? That small commitment changed everything. He began improving. He started enjoying the process. Something that once felt like a faraway dream became a daily habit. He wasn't famous yet, he had no band, but
He felt like a winner.
because for the first time he was truly on the path. So now let me ask you, what do you really want in life? And more importantly, are you willing to commit fully to it? Half-hearted effort won't get you anywhere. Without a clear decision, you'll drift, rudderless, directionless. To the Stoics, commitment isn't just about goals, it's an act of loyalty to yourself. Seneca said it best: life is not short if we know how to use it. Commitment is how you use your time with
Intention.
It's choosing not to let fear or distractions take the wheel. And here's the truth: it doesn't matter how long or hard the path seems. What matters is that you've chosen to walk it. Every step, no matter how small, is a declaration of purpose. Because in the end, commitment doesn't just shape your results, it shapes who you become. Once you've committed, where do you begin? With your thoughts. Let's continue with part 6. It all starts in the mind. Previously, we talked about commitment, how fully dedicating yourself transforms both your goals and who you are. But here's the deeper truth: before any action can happen, it all begins in your mind. So it all starts in the mind picture. Your mind as the helm of a ship. No matter how powerful the vessel, if the wheel is turned in the wrong direction, it will never reach its destination. Your thoughts work the same way. If you let doubt, fear, or resignation steer you, you'll go in circles. But if your thoughts are aligned with confidence and purpose, no storm can stop your course. Now ask yourself, where are your thoughts steering you today? Are you guiding your life, or is fear quietly gripping the wheel? Here's the truth: you don't need to feel 100% confident to begin. But if you act as if you are, that confidence will grow bit by bit with each decision you make. Even the smallest mental shift can change your entire trajectory. Let me tell you, people who achieve great things don't have perfect minds.
They're not fearless, they simply act anyway. They don't wait for every doubt to vanish. They move forward and confidence follows. Marcus Aurelius captured it perfectly. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And he
Was right. Your thoughts shape your reality. They shape who you become. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," you'll eventually live by that story. But if you say, "It's tough, but I'll figure it out," you'll surprise yourself with your own resilience. Think back to the last time you faced something new. Did you say, "This is too hard"? Or did you pause and think, "This is a challenge, but I can learn"? Just that shift in mindset makes all the difference. It activates the winner's perspective. So here's a simple way to start. Every time you face something difficult, breathe deeply and change your internal dialogue. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "This is hard, but I can get through it." And if you ever feel stuck, ask yourself, How would someone who already achieved my goal act today? Then act like that person now. Because winning doesn't begin with applause or external results, it begins in your mind, with the thoughts you choose to believe. Smooth transition from the previous part. We just talked about enjoying the journey instead of obsessing over the destination. But no matter how well you walk the path, if you don't respect time, you might end up watching the journey slip away in regret. Stop wasting time. Time, my friend, is like a speeding train that never slows down. Each carriage represents a day, and if you don't hop on, it's gone forever. No matter how fast you run, you'll never catch yesterday's train. It's already gone. How many times have you told yourself, tomorrow will be better to start? But tomorrow turns into next week, and then next month, and suddenly nothing has changed. Now imagine someone hands you a bag filled with gold and diamonds today. Would you toss it into a corner and say, I'll use it later? Of course not. So why do we treat time, something even more valuable, so carelessly? I once heard a line that hit me hard. The time you waste today is the same time you'll cry over tomorrow. And I felt that truth deeply because we've all been there. Think of the course you wanted to take but delayed, or the hug you never gave, thinking there's always tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. Now, how do you feel about what could have been? That's the weight of wasted time. It doesn't hurt immediately, but over time, it leaves a scar. Seneca said, "Seize the moment. Life is made of now." If you let the now slip through your fingers, you're letting your life slip away too. Let me ask, are you still waiting for the perfect moment, as if time is unlimited? Here's a better perspective. What if every minute was a brick for your future? If you throw it away, you build nothing, but if you lay it down with purpose, you build something solid, something meaningful. Try something simple today. Spend just 5 minutes reflecting on where your time goes. How many of your actions bring you closer to your goals? And how many are just habits? You don't need a massive overhaul, just one change, one brick, one conscious decision. They say, brick by brick, you build a castle. I don't know who said it, but they were wise. Marcus Aurelius said, don't waste time debating what
a good life should be. Live it. Wake up, my friend. Stop waiting. Stop procrastinating. Get on the train before it's too late, because as I've told you before, victory isn't about the destination.
It's about what you do with each carriage that passes in front of you. Soft transition from previous section. We just talked about how time is your most valuable asset. Each minute, a brick to build your future. But what if, while you're
laying those bricks, someone else is quietly removing them one by one?
10. Surround yourself with winners, not pessimists. Have you ever noticed how being around negative people starts to affect your mindset without you even realizing? It might be a family member, a coworker, or even the doorman who greets you every morning. They complain about work, the government, their relationship, even about the act of breathing. At first, you smile politely, but over time, something shifts. You begin to mimic that tone. You start making excuses, criticizing things you never cared about before, and avoiding action. That's when you know you've been infected. Negativity is like a silent virus. It doesn't make you sick physically, but it drains your energy, your optimism, and your belief in what's possible. It creeps in, unnoticed, until one day you wake up and wonder where your fire went. If you're at that point, it's time for an honest conversation with yourself. Where is this negativity
Coming from?
Are these truly your thoughts? Or are they borrowed from the people around you? Be honest. Then take action. Step away from those who drag you down. and surround yourself with people who lift you up. Those who are optimistic, driven, and moving forward. When you do that, something amazing happens. The toxic mindset starts to fade, the imaginary obstacles dissolve, and the path forward becomes clearer than ever. So ask yourself, who's influencing my life today? Are they helping me grow or holding me back with fear and doubt? Because that answer could change your life. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to grow, challenge you to go further, celebrate your wins as if they were there.
Own and distance yourself from those who only keep you stuck. It's not about being cruel or selfish.
It's about protecting your energy and your purpose. Because here's the truth. Winning in life doesn't just depend on what you do. It depends on who you do it with. We just talked about how choosing the right people around you can change your life. But now comes a truth many ignore. Waiting for perfection might mean never starting at all. Be consistent, not perfect. Can you remember the last time you did something imperfectly, yet felt proud simply because you started? Sometimes the greatest victories begin not with fireworks, but with a single, honest step forward. In The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg doesn't glorify perfection. Why? Because perfection isn't the goal, consistency is. Marcus Aurelius said it best. Don't worry if you're moving slowly. Worry only if you're not moving at all. That's the Stoic truth. The key to success? Keep going, even if your steps are uneven. Let's be honest. How many times have you talked yourself out of doing something because you didn't think you'd be good at it? Maybe it was a language course you wanted to take, but thought, I'm just not good with languages. Or that sport you admired but never tried because you feared looking silly. But what if, just what if, you'd started anyway? What would your life look like now? Remember David, the young man who wanted to play guitar? He didn't start as a prodigy, but just 15 minutes a day, and slowly, song by song, his fingers learned to dance. That's the magic of consistency. Seneca reminded us, life is not short, but we make it short when we waste time. You don't need the perfect moment. You just need this moment right now. One small step every day, because each time you choose consistency, you're not just moving toward a goal. You're becoming someone stronger. So stop searching for reasons to delay. Take the first step, even if it's imperfect. You won't see instant results, but keep going. And one day, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Consistency doesn't just get you closer to your goals. It shapes you into the person you were meant to become. So ask yourself, am I ready to let go of perfection and embrace steady progress? Leave a comment saying, I'm ready to win if you've made it this far, so I know you're one of the true Stoic warriors who walks the talk. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video so you won't miss what's coming next. Also, check out the playlist on screen. It's filled with stories, strategies, and wisdom to help you grow every day. Until next time, take care and keep embracing your inner Stoic.